In this session, we will talk about pyramids in ecology. Pyramids are used to show feeding relationships and how the energy transfer is occurring in a food chain. And we've got three types of pyramids, and I'm going to talk about each of them in turn. We have got pyramid of numbers, we have got pyramids of biomass, and we've also got pyramids of energy. Pyramids of numbers show the number of organisms at each trophic level. So if we start on the left here, so this is our food chain, and we can add the direction which our energy is going through. So the producer is clover, primary consumer is snail, thrush eats the snail, and sparrowhawk eats the thrush. And what we know with the pyramid of numbers is you have got lots of clover eaten by some snails, you've got fewer thrush and very low numbers of sparrowhawks. And this is related to the idea that you've got this energy loss at every level that we've talked about, and only about 10% of the energy is available to the next level. So this has tendency to support lower numbers of organisms. However, there are problems with pyramids of ecology. They're not always a pyramid shape. So this middle example here, very weird pyramid shape. And the problem with this one is we only have one producer. It's a large producer. It's an entire tree, but it is only one when you're counting it. And you would have tens of thousands of insects feeding on that tree. So you end up with this very odd shape of pyramid. So pyramid of numbers can be difficult when you've got small numbers of large producers. You can also get the shape like this one on the right. So what we've got here is a lot of producer consumed by rabbits, but the rabbit is actually feeded on by a flea that sucks its blood. So there's lots of fleas living on each individual rabbit. So again, you get this very odd shape. Another problem you have is this idea of a sense of scale. So you could have millions of grass plants consumed by tens of cows. So you could potentially end up with a pyramid that looks like this. So sometimes scale can be a problem. Pyramids of biomass try to overcome the problem of a single large producer. So we've got a food chain on the left here: oak tree, caterpillar, buttertit, blue tit, sparrowhawk. Pyramid of numbers, you've got one producer. But if you measure its biomass, so the mass of living tissue, one producer, but it's a big tree, so you end up with a pyramid shape. And pyramids of biomass always end up with a pyramid shape because you are measuring the amount of biomass over a set amount of time at each trophic level. Remember, there's two ways to measure biomass. So you can just measure the living tissue. So if you want to measure the biomass of the caterpillars, just get some caterpillars and weigh them. That's the fresh biomass. Dry biomass, you would have to take the caterpillars, kill them, chop them up, dry them out in an oven, and then weigh them. So it's much harder to do this. There are problems with pyramids of biomass. You do get differences based on seasons. So if you look at a tree here, the biomass of a tree in the summer is much higher than the biomass of a tree in the winter. So to overcome this, ecologists try to measure the biomass over a longer period of time. I said they're always pyramid shape. it's not actually true. We do have sometimes in marine ecosystems, so in the ocean, we have got phytoplankton as the producers being consumed by zooplankton, and what you can find is that the phytoplankton grow and replace their biomass so rapidly that you end up with a non-pyramid shape, but that's rarer to notice. Pyramids of energy are always pyramid shaped, so always pyramid shaped, no exceptions. And what they are doing is measuring the energy at each trophic level. They do it over a set period of time, so you might do it over a year, for example, and you measure the amount of energy in it at each level, and it's always going to be pyramid shape because you've always got less energy in a trophic level than the trophic level that was before, because we're losing it due to those factors that we've talked about already. So we're losing it due to respiration at all levels, to decomposers at all levels, and consumers will be losing it when they move, and endotherms will be losing energy when they maintain their body temperature. So that's some of the ways that ecologists have developed to show relationships in ecology. Thank you.